Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is day 70 something, I don't know, I'll have to count. But in another video, I had mentioned how I was going to change up the content a little bit. I was going to talk more about the stuff that I have been learning. I think that it's going to help us newbies, and I would also love it if our experienced carnivores can actually comment in and let us know what they know about the topic and what their experience is on the topic. So the first topic that I decided to talk about was the thing that had me spinning. I know that I needed to eat protein, but what I didn't know was how much fat I was supposed to eat. I have learned a lot about eating fat. I have learned about eating too much fat. I have learned about not eating enough fat, and I feel that I have a good grip on it. But what I really don't totally understand is why, how it all works. And I know that we as a community have commented back and forth. There are some people that believe don't eat a lot of fat because you want your body to eat the fat off of your own body and burn it. And there are other people that say you need to eat fat so that your body will burn the fat. So we've gone back and forth, and I have toggled in the middle of both of that. And now what I want to do is share with you what I have learned and what has stuck in listening to Dr. Ken. He had a really good way of explaining it, and I thought I would share it with you because it really helped me. The first thing that he was saying is that we need to eat fat to lose fat. And the kind of fat that he was saying that we needed to eat was saturated. Now, I thought saturated, isn't that the fat that we've all heard on the commercials and health experts say, stay away from saturated fat, stay away from trans fat? That's what I thought. But here he's saying to eat saturated fat. So saturated fat is that normal fat, like grease fat, like bacon, butter, egg yolks. That would probably also include the fat in like ribeye steaks or the skin off of chicken, right? And then he continued and he said that it's filling. But what he did was he actually gave an example of how it's filling, like to prove to us that it's actually filling. So he says that you can eat an entire cake or a ton of noodles or a ton of rice until you're absolutely full, and you can't eat anymore. But then, like in an hour or two, you are gonna be totally hungry. How many times have I eaten Italian food or Mexican food, which I love, a ton of rice, a ton of tortillas, a ton of chips, only to be really hungry in a couple of hours or maybe 3? A lot. And he says the reason for that is because we're eating starches and grains, and that is not filling. So you're going to eat all of that, and then we're going to want more of it. Guilty. Yeah. And then he says, to prove it, he says, try to eat 20 pieces of bacon. Try to eat 20 pieces of bacon, which is a lot less food than like having Mexican food and having chips and having them come, right? And he says it's likely that we won't eat 20 pieces of bacon because before we get to the 20th piece, we'll be satisfied. And that is so true. I can probably eat 4 pieces of bacon when I'm really hungry, and then I'm done. I'm satisfied and I'm done, and then I'm not hungry for a long time. He says that this kind of fat, the reason that you eat fat to lose fat is because this kind of fat turns off the hunger hormones. Who knew there were hunger hormones? I didn't know that. So I guess the point is eating fat works. Because you're not going to eat a ton of fat. You're not going to eat enough fat that your body is going to use everything that you eat and then it never gets to burning the fat on your body. You're going to eat a little bit because you're going to be satisfied quickly, and then your body is going to burn the rest of what it needs off of your body. Like, yeah. So, I don't know, did I get that right? Like, that really made a lot of sense to me. I've listened to his fat videos a few times, and I think that I have this right. I think that that is exactly what he is saying, and that is exactly why we are to eat fat to lose fat. All right, guys, let's meet in the comments. What do you think? Have you had this experience? Experienced carnivores, can you tell us? Do we have this right? Is this how it works? Let's meet in the comments. If you're new here, subscribe. We'll help you with your journey. We are on our way to a destination. Join us. We'd love to support you. See you guys on the inside.